Hello, this is Rhonda White, and this is my video about my most passionate uh, educational philosophy. Before I share my philosophy, I'd like to share a story with you about my 10-year-old son. Lance has been a great student, great grades, all through kindergarten to third grade. When he started the fourth grade, I got his first report card from the first 9 weeks, and it was a shock. He went from all A's and B's from the prior year to C's, D's, and even F's. And I was beside myself. I had no idea that he was struggling. He would bring home class assignments, and he was getting decent grades, but he was really struggling with independent work at school, taking responsibility for turning in his work on time, and that's what made his grades suffer. And plus, during instruction time, he just decided to do his own thing, whether it was daydream or disrupt class. Therefore, he didn't do well on his tests either. So I conferenced with his teachers, and they told me that they thought Lance was a bright kid, and that he was just being a little lackadaisical about his assignments. So I decided to take him to the Sylvan Learning Center and have him assessed and evaluated. And to my shock, they told me that he had a second grade reading level, and I just really couldn't get a hold of that. I really didn't think that was the case, but they're the experts, so we went with it, and they developed a little, like an IEP for him, and he went every day from November to the last day of school, every night for 2 hours, and he had an assessment towards the middle, and he did well. And I conferenced with them, and they basically told me that, hey, Lance is super bright, but he does what he wants to do. And he does have a lack of focus, and they concluded that on his first test, his test scores really didn't reflect what his abilities were, because they told me that he really didn't finish the test, and that's why he scored so poorly. I wish I would have known that, because then I wouldn't be paying for Sylvan for the next 5 years. But anyway, he just struggled throughout the year. We really tried to figure out why. We didn't know. The teachers didn't know. They tried different things. I tried different things, and it was frustrating. He barely passed the fourth grade. He passed his TAKS, all the TAKS tests and everything, and he struggled with the language arts. Well, this year, different story. Fifth grade, I met with his team of teachers. There's 3 of them. Their philosophy was, we're going to love our kids first. First and foremost, unconditional love. And I thought it was great. Really, prior to the first parent-teacher conference, I received a phone call from his language arts teacher. She introduced herself. She said, hey, I just want to let you know that while your child is with us, we're going to love him and care for him and protect him, and you shouldn't have any worries. She proceeded to tell me that, she's been teaching for 5 years, and she hasn't had one student fail the reading TAKS test. So I was, delighted to hear that. And what's great is through this unconditional love, and this is the tool that they use to motivate these kids, Lance has become engaged. He's a different kid. He found a love of reading. It's phenomenal. It's night and day what that did for him. And he read a series of unfortunate events, the book 1 of the Lemony Snicket series. He read it in 7 days. He can't wait to read, which is completely different from it was last year. It was a struggle to get him to read last year. So this is what I'm going to take with me in my classroom, is the whole philosophy of the unconditional love, to motivate these kids and get them engaged, and tell them that, hey, you know what, we love you anyway. You know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to get, you're not always going to get a good grade, but we're here. We're here for you. The teachers are their biggest cheerleaders. So, some kids might not get that at home, and they make up for it in the classroom. But then some kids like Lance, that's what he needed in the classroom. He knows that his mom loves him and is here for him, but now he gets that support from all three of his teachers, and it's a blessing. So I have to say that my most passionate educational philosophy is motivation through unconditional love, and I hope this has inspired some of you and to think about incorporating this into your own classroom, because I've witnessed it, and it's a beautiful thing. And I hope that everyone is blessed with great educational endeavors, and it's been nice. Thank you.